Okay, right off the bat with this one, I'm gonna say.
Shut up, Mocha.
I'm gonna say. You hear my girlfriend in the background doing her thing. Watch this show of World Beyond before you watch Fear. If you're tuning into Fear and you're saying fuck World Beyond, because I think the majority of people are, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Trust me. Trust me. Give this a shot over Fear. Fear is not all bad, but I would say this is more consistently good. The characters, the plot progression. I like this episode. For the most part, I do think it was good. So, but it is coming to a conclusion again, and that kind of makes it easier to be good, right? Because you're wrapping everything up and getting there. But still, I think overall, the majority of World Beyond, I'm in the minority, but I've enjoyed it more than the majority of Fear as of late, or just maybe overall in general. Okay. I think overall in general for sure, yeah. So let's see. The mom, the actress, the mom and the daughter, the opening scene, when they're crying, whenever they realize that her son has passed away, they're acting there brief, and music was over it, but I thought they did good. I liked both of the actors, the mom especially. So yeah, cry acting is hard to do, so that was good. It was kind of funny, the scientist in the opening scene. I'm reading off my notes, by the way, going over what I thought as I watched it. The scientist in the opening scene going up against the CRM felt like a real a group of nerds, which is I guess what it was, like all planning to go against the school bullies, right? They're all teaming up, so it was pretty funny. Talking about my fat ass in the background, it's really distracting me, actually, understandably so. I really like Dennis and Silas. Dennis is Huck's boyfriend or husband. I really like their interactions together, especially this one. The CR. So there was a line between them. I liked all the dialogue between them, but he had a line. He said, "The CRM, you either go in knowing yourself, or you're going to lose yourself along the way," which is true for a lot of things in life. Unless you're really confident and really for sure the person that you are, you're going to get in groups, you're going to get in jobs, whatever, and fall into the groups maybe that are not so good for you, or maybe would be. But so I like that line. And then also he's talking about how everything that they do for the CRM. Everything that they do for the CRM is not, just securing the future of a few years, which I like overall, but it's securing the future of 500 years down the line, which is really epic to think about, and makes the CRM feel all the more big, although they're really diminished if you watch Fear, the way the CRM is just so easily dispatched, or just they're just a joke. They're just a fucking joke. But all right. So let's see. Yeah, I like Indira, the mom that I'm talking about, the leader of the perimeter group. I like her group overall. That little place. I think we've gotten enough development with her and her daughter, where I do care about their community, which really plays into the last scene of this episode, which we'll obviously get to. I liked Huck redeeming herself in this. It seems like she's really doing everything that she can to make up for the events of last season, because really, man, they would have been dead a long time ago without her, or not gotten as far as they have, and yeah, she's really redeeming herself. I hope we don't see her die, because that would suck, but that's the kind of the way stories like this go. But I do really like her character, and the majority of the characters on the show, really, except for Hope and Iris. Yeah, although they didn't annoy me too much in this episode, but they didn't really have too much opportunity, right? Okay. Hope fucked her boyfriend's day up because they used him as hostage. Poor bastard. At least I finally know why he was in the story, and that was an element of this season that I did not like earlier on, was development with her to give her a boyfriend, which I don't fucking care about because I don't like her. But it is more useful now because it makes sense, because they needed him to be ransomed because his dad is really important. Maybe we'll see his dad interacting with Rick, because I don't think we've seen his dad, so maybe we'll see his dad in the Rick movies. and they'll remember and save that character if the Rick movies ever even happen. But yeah, so yeah, she fucked his day up. He should have just kept on walking. He was like, just tell me what's going on. What's going on? The poor bastard thought with his dick before he thought with his head, and he's paying the price for that. Because now he's in a world of trouble. The CRM will probably I don't know. They might believe that he was just in on it or something. I don't know. But then again, he's important, so they probably won't cut him some slack. Anyway, Dr. Bennett and Felix have a nice line here that feels like it could be one of their last lines together for the series. When Dr. Bennett is kind of letting Felix off the hook and saying you need to start living for yourself, because for so long Felix has kind of been the dad figure where Dr. Bennett hasn't for Hope and Iris, and he's kind of said, you've done your part for us, you need to start living for you. When Felix has a line, which I really like Felix's character, I wish we had gotten more from him, or maybe we still can, but when he's kind of like, I'm still thinking I can do more for you guys. Brody is the ultimate shitweasel character for this show, or just in The Walking Dead in general, for turning on the perimeter community. Although I do think that you would have a character like this, they're not all going to fall behind the woman who's in charge of the perimeter community. But I do like a lot of the tension throughout this episode that we have with, you're wondering what Brody said to Jadis or to Huck's mom, and you're always wondering if Huck's like busted here, because the CRM don't fucking play, Jadis and the mom and a lot of the soldiers, man, they don't play, so you're always worried for Huck, and I do like that tension here. There was a funny scene where it's just the way it was cut. Will didn't actually leave, but whenever everybody shows up because of Brody shows up to the perimeter group, there was a cut where Will just looks and then he just takes off running, and I kind of laughed because I was like, bro, he just pieced out. I can't blame him, but Jesus. But he did end up staying, but it was cut funny. So yeah, they're going full on a villain with Jadis, unless Rick has changed. Rick Grimes, I don't think that Jadis and him will be seeing eye to eye, which I kind of thought that they would because she saved him, obviously, but I'm thinking that will break up. And I'm getting concerned that Jadis could die at the end of this, honestly. They're making her so unredeemable. And if she doesn't, I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, and I'm always such bullshit. I see the videos all the time in my YouTube feed, like Morgan finds out about Rick or Daryl goes to find Rick. All this bullshit. I don't think we're getting anything, usually, unless it's going to be straightforward in the movie. But I am thinking, just maybe, we could see a little scene, a little something, the last time we see Jadis in World Beyond that has to do with Rick. So Jadis has a nice line in here, referencing back to her time on The Walking Dead about her art skills and her art people, the weldings and stuff that they did. I did like that callback. So the scene with Corduroy Kid, I can't fucking for the life of me remember this kid's name, but yeah, the Corduroy Jacket Kid. I did think he would die, in this scene. I thought it would have been fine to have him die because I don't really see what more importance he's going to serve to the plot, other than be kind of an emotional kick. But we'll see. So he makes it, but I did believe they did have me. The tension was here. They had me where I thought he could die, as in fear. Whenever they try to build this fucking tension, I don't really ever believe it. But in this, yeah, I thought Corduroy Kid could be going. And again, they do get the benefit here because the series is ending, so, I can give them that, but yeah. And so, yeah, this whole sequence, it reminded me of the sequence, the big fight at the perimeter, where it was in the main show, the Walking Dead main show, where Maggie's group comes in and saves Rick's group from getting killed by Negan, and the tiger comes in, all that. So, yeah, so I do think realistically the CRM, they should have killed everybody there, and, they shouldn't have gotten away, but then we wouldn't have the story, right? So this scene was badass. You get Silas, he's popping off. I like Silas's character, big fucking dude. He's got that temper boiling underneath, and he's just popping off just like Dennis taught him to. making Dennis proud. You get Will helping out in there, and Dennis calls on the walkie because he's a soldier too. So he calls on the walkie on their radio channel. There's emergency somewhere else, or there's people coming somewhere else, and they leave. So that was badass way to get them out of there. Smart. I liked it. I liked it a lot. And then we see Dennis. That really pulled out the heartstrings. I like Dennis, and that's gonna hit Huck hard too. And Dennis looks like he got shot, and we'll see if he makes it. He realizes after because of the shock of the battle going on. So yeah, I like that. I kind of hope that he doesn't make it, even though I like his character. You need that emotional punch there, and so we'll see. And it'll push Silas forward and Huck forward as well with the story. So yeah, I didn't like to see it, but it worked for me. It's a pretty epic scene. I didn't want him to die is what I'm trying to say. And then Rick must not be that important though. At this time, of course, we can't just enjoy the show. We always got to be thinking about Rick Grimes, right? But Rick can't be that important. Otherwise, with all this shit, if this is as serious as it is, like they're losing the whole CRM's progress and research and all of that all in one sweep. They didn't have backups or nothing. It's all gone. Which seems a little bit silly that it would just be all gone, though, I will admit. But Rick must not be that important because he would be on the fucking phone for this one. Like, we got to get everybody in on this, right? But yeah, so overall, yeah, it's not the best show I've ever seen. But it's good. It's enjoyable. I enjoyed watching this consistently compared to Fear. So yeah, I like this episode a lot. Maybe one of my favorite episodes of the series. I like that final battle a lot at the perimeter. Well, not final battle. We got more to come. Next episode looks action-packed naturally because there's only 2 episodes left. So yeah, I think that's all I got for this one. Let me know what you thought of it. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. I think that we're still getting episodes for the next week or 2 because we got Thanksgiving coming up. So we'll see if they take a break or not. I don't think so. I think they'll finish out World Beyond and probably do the mid-season for Fear. So yeah, all right. Have a good week, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
Wow.